Alright, howdy guys, it's Machete Tigre, and I'm here to officially announce that Merry Band of Animals are coming back to YouTube. We haven't really uploaded anything over the past year. Earlier this week, I uploaded a sample video to see how the quality was when uploading straight from the editor on the PS4. And it looked pretty good to me. I don't know if I'm going to leave that video up or not, but I think that right now we're in a better position than we were last year to actually get to doing quality recordings. And with different people, with different types of software and different roles in our group, I think we can cover a pretty wide base of types of games for people to watch, types of recordings too, so like there's going to be commentaries possibly from me or from others on certain games. We're thinking that our main focus is going to try to focus on like group recordings, so we're playing a game as a group and we'll just record a Skype call or whatever voice system we're using, as well as certain people's perspectives. Maybe not, I don't know if we want to be doing the whole splicing perspectives together, because I don't know, that seems like it's a little more confusing than helpful at times when I see other groups do it. So we'll see what happens there. A list of some games that you can likely expect to see in this channel would be Call of Duty, would probably be an easy one to guess based on the video, but we'll probably be posting some Minecraft. I mean, it's kind of obligatory. Maybe some Gmod, although we don't want to do too hard in that either, because God knows there's more than enough Minecraft and Gmod videos out there right now. We might also be doing Let's Plays, so that we'll see how that goes. I have a recording set up for my PlayStation 2. Unfortunately, it's jerry-rigged. I may get better recordings. I'm almost certainly going to get better recording software for various systems if it comes to it, if there's an interest in older game Let's Plays. Because I have a considerable collection of known and obscure PlayStation 2 games that I can definitely delve into. But besides that, like, I can't really speak to everyone else what they're planning on uploading, but the plan is to get a bunch of group commentary stuff. We have a couple. We want to try to stay original, so we have a couple games that have very little following on YouTube. So hopefully that'll pique some people's interests, and I think that this could work out pretty well. Aside from what our group's doing, I guess I should probably talk a little bit about the video, or about Call of Duty in general. My take on a lot of the issues people have with Advanced Warfare. As you can see in this video, I'm using the Take. I quite like it, especially since it's buffed. Before it was buffed, it wasn't too good, but now I think it's actually better than the Amelie in certain situations. Because, like, the Amelie, it's a fantastic LMG, but you can't zero it, and that's something that's really powerful in the Take, and I don't think people realize that sometimes, because it's often kind of hated on. When you get into a long-range engagement, the Amelie will win against the Amelie will lose to a Take. Because, well, I mean, they're both going to shake the first few rounds, but if you can level out the Take, you can definitely just kill an entire team at range if it comes to it. This map and using grapple isn't exactly the best example of that, but I like to think I did a pretty good job with it in this game. I know I've had better games in the past, but I have like old recordings that I've been recording for the past couple months, and now they're not really relevant since the patches that came out kind of changed the game played. That's another thing I kind of wanted to get into. With weapon balancing, I think a lot of people don't realize that the ASM-1 isn't as good as it used to be. I mean, yeah, it's still more powerful than any other submachine gun. Well, base variant. There are There are elite and professional variants of other SMGs that are better than various different variants for the ASM1, but when we're talking about like the Speakeasy, it's going to beat all the other SMGs. But that doesn't mean you can't use other guns as effective or even more effectively than the ASM1. And in fact, with everyone using that gun, it's pretty easy to counter. Like, you go into a match and what guns do you expect to see? Ohms, ASM1s, maybe some BALs if the people have good variants. That predictability makes people really easy targets. So if you play with range in mind, none of these guns, besides maybe the BAL, like if you have the Obsidian Steed, will really be able to put up much of a fight against someone rocking an melee or a pie take, or even like the Mark 14 is really good if you go for headshots, and I try to. I mean, I'm not that great at it, but I've really been liking the Mark 14 recently. It's definitely a better gun than it used to be. The 2 shots with 1 as a headshot, I've outdone snipers multiple times with that. I mean, by multiple times, maybe like 4 times since the patch, but it's hard to get a good, consistent gameplay all the way through. With the Mark 14, sometimes I rush a little bit harder than I should. But, to go back to what I was talking about earlier with the ASM1, you should really try using other guns. A lot of people complain that there's no gun variation in this game. Meanwhile, it has like the best variation of all the Call of Duties as far as gun variation goes. Maybe not so much optical sight variation, but aside from that, or like gun attachment variation, could do better on. But I like really enjoy this game for its variation. If you treat the different variants as different guns, which I usually do, I like to play like certain variants, especially on guns like I guess like SMGs are a good example of guns where variants can make a lot of the difference. Pie take variants, certainly. Like the red shirt is also a good variant. I just got the chicanery. I haven't had a chance to use it very much though. So I know it's like the better version of the red shirt, but it plays completely different than the subverter does. Anyway, I just, you know, mix it up. Force yourself to use a new gun for a while, and if you start predicting everyone else rushing around with ASM1s, not paying attention at long range, you'll start doing pretty well. Even with a crap gun like what the Mark 14 is considered, or I don't know, you can use pretty much any gun in this game. Since they fixed the S12 and, I mean, buffed up the Mark 14 a little bit, the NA-45 is kind of awkward to handle, but it can be used. Lynx is definitely good when you've got iron sights on it. So like any gun in this game, you can use effectively. Go positive and possibly even carry your team if you play hard enough. And that's a fact. I mean, just because certain guns are stronger doesn't make them the absolute only use this gun. It's kind of dumb. You don't get to complain at that point because it's you've caused the problem yourself. But yeah, I like I like this grapple game mode, and I wish it would actually either expand it to be like a normal grapple game mode on all maps, not just Ascendance. Although that would be kind of weird because it would be an Ascendance DLC item, but either that or at least make it so that you can have the grappling hooks in a private match, because I really want to try them out on the other maps, because I feel like they could be really interesting to see how people use grappling hooks on maps like Riot, or I had another one in mind, but whatever, I can't remember right now. But like I feel like it's a wasted opportunity, because I don't think, I tried, but I don't think you can actually set up an grapple gameplay, or a grapple mode, I think is the term I was looking for, in a private match. That's kind of dumb, because that could make for some really interesting little mini games that people can come up with. But, oh well. I guess we'll see what happens if they do expand grapple, because Call of Duty generally releases their DLC in sets of 3, and maybe the third one will have some more interesting things going on. Can't really say I'm a fan of the newest zombies. The older ones fit better. The new one's kinda too Black Ops 2-y for me. I like the classic zombie maps. So, we'll see what the new DLC brings us. But anyway, yeah, this is Machete Tigre, signing out.